I'm also a victim of ADHD, that is attention hyperactivity disorder, where a child is not able to learn, where a child is very weak in studies. You see, I failed many times in my life. And what I remember is like, I think what I remember is like when I was in class 5, I remember a class 3 boy teaching me ABC. I was a failure. But when I gave up, my life again restarted. One lady told me, those who have given up have given up. But I realized that I'm not a quitter.
Hello viewers, Adi Mahama guest ahina se Pele George. Pele to hule aman chokora chukuri han nimde awas otha monekta. To brother Pele to hule chokora chukuri han mon duk lagi gina society ki ko na pareya, nijor gor manu nijor khandan ki ko na pareya. Ito han nimde ekdam mon digina tala time khali no hoina tala puisa toka honibi ek online na chokora chukuri duk paina taka poisa toka na puncha mon duk hoina taka modop kura manu ekta ase. So welcome to our podcast Pele.
Thank you.
So Pele apni thik kina inya ekta start kruwo society chokora chukuri khan nimde inya awas othawo support kruwo inya to kitia start hoise do.
So for so many years, I was really hungry that our Naga society is going to become a lost society due to corruption. And right now, the Gen Z is a lost generation. So until and unless someone comes and help them, then they'll become lost. So this is one initiative that I have started, that I'm trying to get hold of the Gen Z with various issues like bullying, like depression, like sexual abuse issues. And that is how I'm trying to help the children of Nagaland.
Itia inya kurina hiya do kiman jon nisina apni modop kurina se nya apni chile.
So far, through the court, I've adopted 11 kids where I'm taking care of their financial needs.
11 kids.
Yeah, 11 kids.
So academically sob ke
Yeah.
Say fees, admission.
Yeah, fees to side there.
Okay.
Khasa lagan to the guardian kan no lena jone sai.
Okay. So apni ki tum motivate kurcha hingna ekdam mental depression ne thaga and ADHD han thaga in a special needs special child kan game focus kure do apni what motivates you, what push you into this?
Itulado tan inga depression thagya, ADHD thagya, and I'm also a victim of ADHD, that is attention hyperactivity disorder, where a child is not able to learn, where a child is very weak in studies. You see, I failed many times in my life. And what I remember is like, I think what I remember is like, when I was in class 5, I remember a class 3 boy teaching me ABC. So I failed many times in my life. And it was such a depressing moment for me, like failing every time at class 5. I really wanted to end my life because I was emotionally abused as well. There were people who used to tell me that you're good for nothing. You'll go nowhere in life. You are a hopeless boy, useless boy. These are the things that I have heard. And moreover, I have also suffered from depression many times because I was like a failure in many ways. I gave up school when I was in class 8. But to all the viewers, one thing I want to encourage you, young people, don't give up. Never give up. Because once you give up, you are never going to start again. You see, I was 18 years when I was in class 8. So, I think God has a purpose for me. My classmates were 13, 14 years maybe. And that is why I'm able to mingle with every child, every age group. So that is the thing. And not only that, One day I was sitting in my food truck in Kohima. तो बच्चा एक जना इसी मुझे so मुझे के बच्चा ये भी मुझे के छाव मुझे खिलाई दियो ना तो yeah I just gave it to him for free and then I had a conversation with him. So what I want to do is I want to impart wisdom to the children while sitting in the food truck, not just sitting idly, but impart wisdom. So I told him, he was a class 7 dropout boy. I told him, why did you drop out? Because he said he doesn't want to study again. He just wants to do his own work. But I told him, please come to my office next year. This year too late. Next year mula office te aiwi. Tu aru puru de mula kotha uniu de. Gaguna tu aru tula education start kuru. Then I'll sponsor it to you for free.
Financially, apni karne do apni sufficient ase. You are an academician. You are part of a very successful coaching center, Heka coaching center. So why run the food truck? Kila food cart chala ase. To ekdam imagine grown up area. You are an assistant professor. You are part of a very successful coaching center. You come from a very good family. But apni jana food cart chalai thakya do. What motivated you?
Yeah, it was actually a very sudden motivation. Actually, what I felt was like, I've come up with a very new concept, food truck. And that food truck is not just a food truck. It's an Pele empowerment food truck. So what we're trying to do with that food truck is, through that income also, we are helping kids.
Okay.
Not only that, for every student coming to the food truck, we have 10% discount.
Okay.
And frankly speaking, if any child is hungry, if any school kids, they are hungry, or college kids, they are hungry, they can just come to me. Tell me free ba khalai divina na, free ba khalai sing na.
So mama hijaw de na hule do kori.
Yes, man naga manu do na balik ta do. Kiba ikta do misan no koi de. We have our self-respect na. Free ba khalai do na. And not only that, there are a lot of restaurants in Nagaland. But then there's a lot of food that goes to waste. Mm-hmm. And there are a lot of people who goes to bed hungry at night. So at the closing time, what we do is we prepare the food and then we pack it and we distribute it in Kohima town to different sections of the society.
Okay. So ita inya kurina hiado manu alak manu ya higena amige help kuriya thake na ene pita tak to ami nijor he inya kurina jaza.
By God's grace, many people are coming to me. They are helping me. One person contributed 2 bags of rice to me.
Okay.
100 t-shirt, and even one company is on the way. They are going to give me 3,200 t-shirt.
Okay.
And 3,200 pen.
Free of cost.
Free of cost. Because what we're doing is like, we're doing good works in Nagaland. Because I feel like, as an individual, manu na parilebe, ami nijo ba ki ko parwo na mikri diwo. Because end of day, what I believe is like, mando life to hectares. You'll just go 6 feet. So, not only that, we have distributed around, more than 3,000 pen and writing pen, which is, we want to encourage our students to study hard, and we want them to stand against corruption through the power of education. Not only that, 1,000 water was already distributed on the streets on different events. So that is the initiative that we're doing.
How exactly did you become, how was the journey like? Ekta academically, ekta weak, kita purwale isi duk student ekta manu hancha tak pe hanchay de apni ke. Inya thagina, ahina, aji inya stage puncho parya, academically holiwi, you have masters. Apni assistant professor grow parya, ito, ki roya apni ke motivate koriya, what motivated you?
Yeah, so it's a very long story. Ami bacha time there, ami already class 2 we fail uche. Class 5 we fail uche 2 bar. Class 8 we school dropout koriche or fail uche. So I was a failure. But when I gave up, my life again restarted. One lady told me, those who have given up have given up. But I realized that I'm not a quitter. So when I first went to Jurio school, I met incredible mentors, teachers, administrators, principals who were really motivating. And so seeing them, yes, I had bad teachers, but when I met the good teachers, I decided that one day I'm going to become a teacher. I really work hard because when I drop out of school, people were like, "Amma kya kuch de? Apne la bacha ke to aro purely kam nahi. Taki hazar kam ko divi." Mon to dikhai de, mon dikhai siya, maybe sorom dikhai siya. To moi manu ke dikhai diwo na, manu ke dikhai diwo. I'm she hard work siya. So with my incredible mentors, they've made me from zero. I was a person who was a zero, but they've made me, molded me into something.
Kina mentor grishetan. How was the step like zero school there? Apnila teachers kan kila method or noli ki sabte or apni kinya strength apni diwa pare to kila method present.
Tangas method 2, frankly speaking, when I first went to junior school, our school administrator, Ma'am Crinio, asked me, "Where do you see yourself in 10 years?" And that was a question I have never imagined. And I've never asked myself.
Okay.
There. So, I'm 10 years part, I'm a vision at a great college. And the way they mentored me, they were so patient, they were so kind with me.
Okay.
So, I was made the school president in 2009. I think 2008. Yeah.
Okay.
And again, I was elected the president of junior school in 2010, I think.
Okay.
10, 11 was my tenure. So that way they've really mentored me, they've guided me. And I think the journey from junior was a journey where God was building something for me to use me in his life, for his life.
Yes, credit to surely teachers.
Yes, teachers and principal, administrators, and all the staff.
Any name you want to give shout out to, any nam kuido mon teachers kan wherever they are.
Yeah, first of all, Ma'am Crinio, Sir Abamu, Miss Kevino, Sir Bakshi, Sir Loli, like that. Lots.
Wow,
Vishiyas.
So, apni inya now at the present moment, apni chokra chukri han duk pai thaga, mental trauma, sickness, depression kan thaga han ge. How are you dealing with them? Apni kina deal ko e don ge.
I give them psychological counseling because I used to take psychology courses online.
Okay.
Just certificate course and whatnot, or just I will watch some psychological videos. And one good thing about me is like I'm able to connect with people who are much younger than me. My students, they call me boss. Okay, they call me boss. I also call them boss. So that way I'm able to connect with them. So that's a talent God has given me.
So that means to humble grow para nimde. You are able to humble, come down to their level. Na?
I'm able to come down to the level.
Yeah.
Any bacha manina kilio na kunena.
Yeah, apni so far apni na consult kurina hiya manuhan ge comforting na hiya do kundu which incident do you think it's so painful, it's even right here in your heart right now ekdam apni la mon bikhai ja itu kahani to ni na no lui itu student no lui to chokra itu chukuri la kahani which kundu sabse apni ka ne do painful hai
Bishiyase, there was a case of sexual abuse, okay, where a child, a girl, she called me at 2 o'clock. We spoke about it. We cried together because her pain is my pain. And but for her, she is fatherless. She doesn't have a father. So what it really hurt me was like, I felt like she's my daughter. And then after 1 hour of counseling like that, at least she was able to come out of it. She told me about the emotional abuse that she faced, the ADHD issue that she faced. So, what actually happened was that incident was the call was last week. And just day before yesterday, her mom came. She thanked me. And then time muge kushi. Mugane mula bacha do ita do kushi ushide tai. She is a happy girl now. She has really changed. Because maybe at one time, manu is just like emotional burden to na. Mu ek power live kule parishido. And that is not by my strength, but by God's wisdom. And not only that, a guy, one day I met him. So I met him, and then I told him, "So Father's Day la plan kia ze, na? Father's Day la plan kia ze." So mu ta ye udisi de. Mu de baba ma la goru na jawo, na? Baba ma muge moram no kure. Ami do mula atsa mula grandmother bra muge brought up kuri she. So mu na jawo. Tuinga no kru de. Na mu bachang ge do kita do friendly ase, kita do olop to karawi holai je na. Tuinga no kru de. Ki ulebi ama baba tu ke jonom dishe. They have loved you. But because of their circumstances, maybe they are not able to take care of you. Tu kali jana mula kotha huni wo. Tomorrow, you go and hug your parents. Tell them how much you love them. Tell them how much they mean to you. And then thank them for everything. He's a very stubborn boy. And even his friends know about it. Like it tell you to no kurule la type to na. Kelam na type monte to life tala parents ke type gussa out in la tagishido. Tuli kali jana hakruo. Ito ko he did that. He did that. That parishido. Then I met him on Monday, I think. I met him on Monday, this Monday. And then I told him, how did you feel? And then he told, my life to be monde nga shanti paina. I've never found peace in my heart like this. You have removed an emotional baggage that I was holding my whole life. That is just 2 examples of how I'm trying to reach out. And there are also people who used to call me that they are not worth it. They are not worth it. They don't deserve to live. And all these cases also, I used to...
Suicidal cases.
Suicidal cases, yeah. Ito only mo ito ang bishi counseling Korea. And frankly speaking, ito emotional trauma cases kando I'm handling. Yes. But manula emotional pain kando mula emotional pain hujay do. So it's affecting me so much that now my BP is 150 by 120 na. Nga view tiyaza.
Bishido gaze.
Manula
duk bukyo gada na. It's more of a one solution. It's a remedy diyo na parisyo kuledo. We'll have to carry that on na.
Yeah.
Soft no hatak to no niwi tan piece na patak to bukhina jay tayo.
Bukhina jay tayo do mo do.
So how do you sleep? Ini ato gumawli na paro do mo no.
Ami to gumawli na pare. Ami to kime sabo 1 baje de gumawli 3 baje de uti jay. To lui anje kuledo mo ini mula friend sir kazana property of Heka coaching center. Mo itala gore gumay jay. To tare do la bhal gumaw pare. Kile na jane lui I think I get the good vibes from my friend.
So how was life growing up? How was your childhood?
My childhood too, yes. I was born and brought up with loving parents. And I mean, my childhood too, a little bit interesting. The first memory that I ever had was when I was like me totally babo ko na paritan para na walking the kur para. Mula aputsa, mula grandfather. Muge zuto kalaising. Na nga gada gode misa huina jaishe. Then when I was a child, kiko, I made ito Naga hospital by polai jaishe mo. Bimar thaki na hospital de admit hua do. To nga kurado nurses, doctors ka bisa muge bisa ishe. So not only that, growing up, like it seems that my parents told me one day I lost all my sense of life. Murishe nga type na. Bishi bimar hu jaishe do mo. To nga kurado muri jaishe na ushe to my parents really prayed hard to God. Sure, mula bacha do, give him back to me. I'll give him back to you. Na. Nga guna mu yare ita nga karago resu da. To bishi interesting da ishe. Ami do kemi sago mula parents kando they have given me a lot of liberty. Class 6 pa Dimapur jana je, class 8 pa Guwahati ulu jana je na nga thaise. Mon dangor je mula parents. So to every parents in Nagaland, one message that I want to give is mon dangor thakibi. Bacha hange let them explore new things. Manu nokura do kuribi na. Inga ole bacha do manu ho de tade learn kruwo. Inga sa.
Parents अपने के trust करे अपने के independent इधर दिया निम्ति भी I think आज अपनी risk लो पाया ना.
I mean first time Bangalore jayam devi আমি লেট্ৰিন টিকেটটো ইলিগেল বাংলাদেশিজ মিয়াজ কণ্টেক্ট বুক কৰিছিলোঁ ইংগা গনা আমি গুৱাহাটী ষ্টেচন দে গুৱাহাটী ট্ৰেইন ষ্টেচন দে ঘুমাইছোঁ দে আৰু আমি একলাত যাই দেখিছে গুৱাহাটী ট্ৰেইন ষ্টেচন দে ঘুমাই থাকি অফক'ৰ্ছ মই ফাৰ্ষ্ট টাইম যাই দেখাটো বই লাগি আছিলোঁ মই I was scared but I know out there a mother is praying for me my mother is praying for me or someone mother is praying for me for my safety Kila mina ama khando ki mesago church khande ulibi youth khangane bachang khane itu do ine pray khudegi na to moi to yad kori na moi mon tangor hina moi Bangalore job parisi de
तो Bangalore ने की what is it
I made 3 years to bachelor's in arts degree then I was the coordinator of the Northeastern students Northeastern Tibetan students forum for 2 years
okay
and then after 3 years what I became was I became a financial analyst at a multinational company
okay
in Takriji
अपनी नागालैंड ही आईडी ना इन्हें अपनी साइ सबते what do you think is the main reason इन्हें छोकरा छोकरी हानि त्या man very young age ना 20s early 20s ना late to the 20 25 15 to 25 let's say तो ला बितोर दे इमान depression कंदे trauma हानुया इत्या what do you think is the main factor
I mean, ito kaya ita babiado. Right now, ito ando Gen Z ko de. Gen Z ando they are not able to reach out to people. Means tahan mobile le bishi dependent hu jejna. So they feel like they know so much, they know everything. Aro tahan la teachers kamera lukawo, parents kamera lukawo na. Ito wala tahan aro social media wala ini impact waro. Tade dikhi ase. To tade wala tahan nga hu jedo. Hawe.
negative
Impact of social media.
तो itu okay तो बिशी वक्त तो itu रा
Yeah, exactly.
तो अपनी के निया कोई ना है हंदू apart from suicidal and then sexual abuse victim and a mental trauma than tagan depression ne tagan main reason to ki thage apart from the phone like in which kundu parte tan munduk lage na kundu parte like kundu issue nimde tan the munduk lage jado ki nimde thage do
It's also because they're not able to reach out. I would say that.
के तान लमुंदुक like तान मने
Share
करना पड़े ना
मनु के compete भी करना पड़े share करना पड़े ना है निजो ला monster रखी थे वो होगा ना तो तान ये like the cases that I said emotional baggage ने बुकिया से तो तान
okay what kind of emotional baggage
like sexual abuse हो suicidal thoughts हो bullying kan हो ना because this time also there was a bullying incident in Nagaland a girl was bullied where I mean, Mondo ship guys there. Title Manola Bacha Olivier Manuke bully Gushilo, Buke bully Gushina. I mean, bullied Wishido. So I wrote a message to the girl that you are not alone. I'm here for you. And with that, you have not just started a revolution. The incident that happened to you, you are going to bring change in Nagaland. And then to the police, Apni an bacha there. But you don't deserve to go to jail. You need reformation. You need change. Change, winner. If you need advice, please come to me. And if you bully any child in Nagaland, just think you're bullying me.
On that point, bullying, I think, yes, perpetrators can be responsible as a holy.
Yes.
I think just recently, kude mohan ina saisha golelo. Family family environment. I think family environment also. We can't say family environment is the main reason for bullying. Only I think family environment is also important factor.
It will just
root cause of the problem because education starts from the kitchen. Nah.
Education, yeah, exactly.
Education into school. Can't it to be no na education start from the kitchen. So What do you say in that? Do you think parents are also equally
Yes,
responsible?
they're also equally responsible. Exactly. Mm-hmm.
Bachange time de
Time they need out on
go na parya direction ball direction de time kan
time they do not parado. Exactly.
So abni niya, have you ever reached out to any government department kan bhi aise or child women helpline kan bhi aise? Only there are so many NGOs who are also taking up all the equal responsibility like you. So have you ever like you are an individual now? Abni
Yes,
just class to. You have very good friends around
So
you.
what I'm going to do is like we are going to start an anti-bullying campaign with one psychologist who is doing her PhD. So it to campaign to start grow.
So ita brother pele apart from abni ADHD fight kurina aji inia GTO parya. Ito kali no na life te apart from ADHD apni ini alak fight kurevi inevi asana inelo nai.
Yes, I was a drug addict, a dendrite addict. When I was in class 7, I started taking dendrite, and every day I used to take 2 or 3 tubes in a day.
Okay.
And you know, when you take dendrite to be genius na,
Kaina ise to mandi.
any high to be alagas na pakala ho jay do.
Generator mata de mare.
Generator matha de mari jay. Kutta billi khan la hala kami kure. Na. So what actually happened was my friends used to even gather outside my house to watch the fun, the comedy, the show. Na iban tak thai jide.
Okay.
To minga ko na mu school chai dishe. To nga thaya do, of course, with God's grace, I was able to live dendrite. Well, yeah, actually it was like, I think God's purpose for me. Because I saw angels singing a very beautiful song in my vision when I was sleeping in my dream. Nakana gumaitamde. Yeah. So I forgot the lyrics, but it was beautiful. That the next day I woke up, I said to myself, I'm not going to take dendrite anymore. I'm going to give up. Then, dendrite khane do kimisago hospitalized wish. To naktebi operation grado olo pachenta do dimakte gushine na means effect kuri to burn kuri do nakte to receive concept already operation grala hoye nga tegena aro school restart ko parise. Of course, then try to try this. Then next thing what I did was I shifted to alcohol. Moi bishi saldo bishi khai this. Aro amedo kimesago duita bottle khamano azde whiskey ekdinde parede moi takodazu moi liver to bishi strong azde ami KFT lefty jaisholibi oku defect nai
Eliminate corner ki
disni to oku defect nai to surprise na doctor samdi oi man khaina kinga liver bia noina. Yes, but even if I drink before sleeping, I always drink 2 liters of water continuously. Moi tibi takure. Moi discipline bi thage. Moi drink rolege moi ekta timing thage de. Tik 7 baje nole 8 baje de start kro. Moi morning de khamanu noe. To lebe inga guna ni khai rego. Nga thage shi do mula story do. Mutu khai gena kemisago pakala kam bishi kurjo moi.
Mohambi manu call na parya kotom grow list kotom na grow amrela patmas kuri na ite.
Do manu la jakar kro kiki gangan kro na. Hoy, but this time kimesago Portrait Chronicles the interview de mu olaise. So after that interview, my life really took a turning point where muita do mududo fully chaise ngabi noko. To levi ita do mududo bishi confuse. Ita to agere ko dejna mula face to bishi sapa ujibina last time lock power do.
Fair lasty lagai na jine
Fair and handsome na. Handsome go da. Ita do nga mugi control gina nga kuriasa.
bishi kushi.
So youth can give na muine ko le mon thage do control kuri khayole khawi na kone sometimes it's okay. To levi nijo limit janiwi. Mudubi tik those take hold do dawe as do.
Yes, in moderation.
In moderation. To levi man naga manu do gauri na bishi manu do ne tik tak khai do na ngatai baza.
bahare jana mudu kinole jatam de dukan malik kan thekala malik kan shock ho jani sina. ten মানুষ 3জন 4জন আহিব একটা কোয়াটার মহান নর্থ ইস্টার্ন ফালে ওরা জাহানটো এগুলো যাও দুইটা বেগ না একটা দিয়া আলেও একটা তো মারি কন্ডি মহানকে সাইড দিয়ে ফার্স্ট তাহানি মহানকে ইউ কইনা না মহান তো বেশি বেশি কিনে না তো
So you're also a former alcoholic.
oh very much I deliver alcoholic নহয় any class 11 in our start হৈ আছে ইনা
Wait.
কৰিনা অলপ ফাইনেন্সিয়েল ইন্ডিপেন্ডেন্ট কৰিব পাৰে
Up is 2 years. I mean, I've the class 11 brother. I mean the 2 years para shuru kora ase to 2 years of age.
মহাবি বাচ্চা টাম দিতো চ আচ্ছা হান্দু খেহান কমবে এনে করে ভাই জানতো খেলাই থাকে তো তো ইয়ান আছে তো পুলা도 아마미데 깼나 관이시나 이 무두도 이냐도 너희도 나 볼라도 따님 따나 자만아님데도
To hoido ito ne class 6 para mudu gorja shuru hoje de mon dongor se moe class 6 para mudu gorja wo au to time do of course mona kidney liver kan man digest kona paro so mudu half e mate half na zato to time do 5 taka deis na kinga deis me paro de to le ta han sob mudu gorde thage kan do muge half mate sabse bachcha ekjon aina mudu khai de na it was an adventure
뭐이래 이냐 가르 뭐하나 고소래 뭐하나 콜니도 럭시 비시 비키로 그래도 바나이 비시 바나이 돼 like 이냐나 사티 칸라 friend 칸라 만 바반 not because of greed but because 아지 무드 비키로 그러고 morning day someday after 무드 비키로 하나 पैसा पादो जेना चावल बिस्कुट किनिना निना बचान गे साइदो इतु पैसा बरा ना ने रोटेशन जानिसिना पैसा तो इना किताब도 사티한 একলা গড়ে ছাড়ি যামা বা তো জেনা রক্সিয়ান টেস্ট করে থাকে না তো এই জিনিসনা এলে অলপ শুরু করে না বেশি দুঃখ পাইছে অপরচুনিটিস লাইফ তে বেশি হারিয়েছে মিস কৰিছে পেল অপরচুনিটি এটো খালি নহয় না মানুহ বেশি মৰম কৰে মানুহে ইনাবি থাকিছে হলেবি মুদু খাই না নিজৰ না প্লেট লাত মাৰি না ফেলাই দিয়া নিচিনা না ইনা থাকিছে হলেবি দিল্লী যে মান জকৰ ফানি থিং ইজ দিল্লী ৰা থাৰো পাৰা হয় গড় বাহাৰ জালি মুদু গড় থাকে মান বাল হলেবি ডিটারমিনেট ভিতৰা একটা এটো নহব হৈছে মই বেছি হার্ট কৰি আছে খালি মই নহয় না পিপল around me family হবি এটো বেছি হার্ট হোৱা যে কইনা হয় stop it wasn't easy very hard hallucination sweating ইনান উৰি আহিছে হলেবি one day at a time
yes yeah my father was also an alcoholic
okay
and by the age of 30 tala liver bi khotom hoise na khun vomit kore nga type man tapun chi de but by the age of 30 tai hospitalized bi hoise 2 months hospitalized hoise to nga kura do tai ki koe chai di mudu
okay
by God's grace but tala help chef ko dero tai I think when he was 44 years or 42 I guess tai retired hu jo lagi ji do
okay
tala health to tage duru na pare hoise na to ito ta inga hu je tala ki ba do retirement hu je so this Father's Day I'm a recovering alcoholic
yes
me pula chi khai de manu do alop mula intake tu me ki mesago khai le alop to komti kuri ase and this Father's Day ki mesago I'm a very forgetful person okay in my phone we 4000 contact na those there 4000 contact nga ase to me ki chotu mudu kambe mo yat na kure yat koro gole do mula brother keja ta he mugi aru yat kure mugi ki koro lagi ase mugi remind kuri na
okay
because mo ekla mo mula brain mo ekla function korna pare so Father's Day give me pari jesi mo to upai nahi baba ke to kyo eta to ko lagibo to livi me baba ke kuisi de baba this Father's Day do na baba mui mudu chai dina bal manu hui jawo inga guna hoy mui inga change kore try kruwo so to the youth of Nagaland baba do to la physical gift na lagi de they need you to change they need you to become a better person itu ase
yes viewers mohan weather nimde pani puri jawra location to change korise ekbar olop opor ahi jise to sorry for the inconvenience televi thanda ho jado jacket shirt tamor ekta lagai lise so continue great han isna alcohol addiction apni cha recovering 너 it's a great start. 나 아스테 아스테 one day at a time एकबार라도 이냐 쿤비 나도 fully recovered 이냐 위 노에 루이네 아스테 아스테 one day at a time 거기 당가도 피쿠시야제. So मुझे हुनिया तो अपनी मुझे पता ही है हुनिया ना अपनी मुझे गाना अपनी के डेडिकेट करें ना अपनी अपनी ला फ्रेंड कैसा अपनी हन के डेडिकेट करी दिया गाना so अपने लोग मुझे जो elaborate कोई दो पर वो
Yeah. Frankly speaking, this was one of our greatest achievement. Okay, because what me and Sir Kaja were doing is like we're doing missionary work in Nagaland. We're trying to raise Nagaland. We're trying to raise our students. We're trying to raise along with my students because we believe that we आगे जाओ बोले तो मैं एकला आगे जाओ ना पड़ो तो हमें ला students ला दे आगे जाओ तो मैं ना तो मन YouTube videos कम भी बनाए Instagram videos कम भी बनाए तो reels कम बनाए you know तो thankfully there was one composer and then she created the music for me in tribute of me and Sir Kaja.
okay
Yeah.
so अपनी इतना अपनी ला ongoing project what are you doing now at the moment की करे से
Right now, along with Sir Kaja, we are running the coaching center. We're also running the Pele Empowerment Food Truck.
okay
And also, what we're doing is like, we're going to start an anti-bullying campaign in Nagaland.
okay
So, these are the things that we're doing.
okay तो अपनी इतना इन student खान अब अपनी ना student खान आही ना इन्हें अपनी लोडे इन्हें mingle करी था क्या तो अपनी ने इन्हें lesson इन्हें life ते कुछ learn करना सुन नहीं बच्चान की दिखी ना नोले अम्मा बाबा हंगा response खान दिखी ना इन्हें life ते wisdom बा नोले भी अलग knowledge और पा इन्हें आसन नहीं
Yeah, I'm a very open-minded person. And then, my mula students can be listen to Bishi. Point is like, I'll teach them also, but they should teach me also. So, bacha dangoranga ku nahi de. We're all the same. Let's teach one another. Let's uplift one another. It was it.
तो अपनी अपनी लास्ट स्टेटस ते होता है एकदम बच्चा छोकरा बच्चा एक तरह के लोग तो अलग कोई तो पर वन के exactly क्या है तो
Yeah. He's Matt Long, and he's a good boy. तो मुझे एक good boy माती है. And then he has ADHD, attention hyperactivity disorder. So what I'm trying to do is like with this child, means of course I can connect with every child, with every students. But the thing is with this child, I have a very special connection because I suffer from the same thing that he suffers. That is ADHD. So I used to call him good boy. Kita wado mga nakilala ice cream kan kawo, chocolate kan kawo, kikiling na. And on this Father's Day, I was so touched by him because he brought me a chocolate wishing me happy Father's Day.
okay
I have never imagined that someone could have called me a father, no? A father figure. Means, of course, I'm not his father. I didn't give birth to him. And this Father's Day also, I was so emotional that some students, they called me they said happy Father's Day, Daddy. Na,
yes
iman tak kuji. So nga tagedo, inya mo touch kuji. And that good boy, since we have the same disease, something. What I feel is very strange is like, I think ADHD people, I think our brains are connected.
okay
So suddenly one day he came to me and he's very hyper. I'm very hyper. He came to me and he said, and I said, Acha, nike to best friend na, fishi mui. Take na, take class 8 bachas lo. Nike is your best friend na kuji. Yes, sir. Tuli tuking ang nike na nam janyo parisye. Because mo tala background history ko na dyan ito. So tabi ito la isa pero tabi shock na. Or next thing is like tayo mo ike kuya. Sir, guess a number from 1 to 10. Mo guess ko duo. Because I'll try to read your mind kuya. So tayo babi siya. Nga na. Bacha man is na. Nga tayo babi siya. Nga na. Mo number to guess ko siya. But next thing is like, sir, number 5 na. I think guess ko pa siya. So our brains are connected. He's a good boy. He will be a good boy. And always will be my good boy.
So how did you come into contact with him? Kina taigi log koro parise?
He came into Heka coaching center, and then he's taking some tuitions right now with us.
Okay. So ADHD to apni nimde for you solution to ki ase? Like kina kurina completely hario parise to no hai apni holiwi ene formula ekta apno nimde to personal for you personally ki kurina ADHD to overcome kurina aji ni stage punjo parise.
Itu kem ko medically da mi ko na paro de. To live ADHD
On your own personal life, based on your own personal life.
Yeah. So my personal life, maybe one day I decided that we itu disease na we ase gule we nai gune we inga gune accept really. So it's all about self acceptance. And one more message. Many teachers, many parents, they're not aware about it. But ADHD is such a disease that bacha do lodor no de. Na that bacha is gifted. IQ it's very different than others. So ito ang gato lo bahal para check ko na mentor ko sila do manu ngatay ba se.
अच्छा निजोर के जानिया ना I think तो अपनी को तो इतो ना इन्हें accept करिया that you has okay so now अपनी what is your message to इतना mentally दुख पाई था यहाँ depression suicidal thoughts था यहाँ इन्हें हमके what is your message to them तानी ते अपनी के reach out करो ना पारी ना था इशू बोली what is your words of encouragement for them?
You see, when it comes to depression, emotional abuse, and whatnot, it's not easy, I know, because I've went through the same thing. So, for all these people, I'm telling you, please reach out to me. I may not be a psychologist or whatnot. I may not be a psychiatrist. So, reach out to me. My name is Pele George. You'll find me on Instagram. You can just DM me whenever you have any problem. Just call me at 2-3 at night also. I'll help you. Because I don't want any child to go through what I've gone through.
आपने की लेने पढ़े ऐसे कुछ होले तो the reason you're able to win over them is because अपनी भी तान जिना pain go through कर दिया.
Yeah.
Would you say
exactly,
that? Nah?
Exactly.
I think that's the reason, right? You don't have to be a psychologist, psychiatrist, or like in every don't know it all. If you have that, that's an advantage. Or you the best, even better than psychologists, psychiatrists to any human being that have gone through the same kind of suffering, you know, understanding level high was na.
That's one thing. So right now, what I believe is like the youth of Nagaland. Of course, isholo kotha bi lagi re. Isholo kotha lage. Isholo follow kor lage, worship kor lage, pray kor lage. Na. But what the youth of Nagaland need is not just preaching, but motivation. Let someone come to them in the youth service and speak about their own life experiences, their own story. Na, nga ko na tangi motivate ko rin na. Because right now, our young people are lost. So we fight ko le, mula full heart pa mo try ko rin.
Yes, so हमने कौन इसे motivation. Yes, motivation is the reason we are doing this. Nah, we are not perfect. I'm not a perfect person. Nah, the reason we are doing this is because inya manuvi inya grow parese. Pele nisina ADHD thagi na school charing na vi manu man mock kuri na bully kuri na vi and then jai na tai life te jitio parese. Nah, to itu just to show that. No, that's that's our way of motivating them. No, me also. I'm a nobody. I'm a garbage to the society. I was once a garbage to the society. Once a black sheep to the family, and a mess everywhere I go. Only today, the reason I'm doing this is so that somebody like me, mutu kaina tukpai daga pakala hoina daga manuvi sayana. There's always a rainbow after the rain. Life mohambi paru itu and then you also you are doing the same thing na motivate kura to here. It's not like Pele is the best person in Nagaland. सबसे सफा इतना heaven दे जाओ इतो अने Korean होए दो ना नोए. But you went through something, you fought over it, you won, na, and now you're trying to help someone.
Yes, exactly.
And that's the reason we're doing a podcast here. Not because Pele is a MA Gorishe, PhD Gorishe, no, no, assistant professor, say, but you went through something that many people, Maniga Nakoido, Manubishi, no, no, Holubi, Abnido, share Gorishe. So I think that's a very good motivation. Yeah. Who motivates you? Like, Amni life te, Amni duk thangli kun, Amni motivate kura dukun as
I would say my mother and father.
Okay.
Yeah.
Mother and father.
Mm.
Okay.
Yeah. And lastly, my message to the youth of Nagaland, to the children of Nagaland. I want to create a very strong message to the people of Nagaland that please stand in your parents' prayers. Because from that interview, I was able to gain the prayers of many parents. Aro amakan kandina pray rather to mamuli noide. Amala tears to mamuli noide. To itura ki amala prayers sikruvi. Nijola amala no ho pare. Abni amana dhagyo pare. Ama thagilui na thagilui manula amala prayers to sikruvi de. Itura mui to the youth can get a message to omonase youth and students.
Thank you, Pele. Abni niya kuri thakya zo hoy. Not everybody may be calling you and thanking you. Na, olivi apni kun ge help kuri she, help Korea manula parents olivi noha manu hoise olivi. Ama bawa kan apni ge phone kan kuri na, text kan kuri na, gift kan pathai dia na. It's not the size of the gift, but
Yes.
just the
size of your love.
Yeah, the size of their love and the token of their appreciation. I think that is a reward. No way. Iman diho lagi mo ito kuise mo ito paise ito no na. Just the love that the parents are showering upon you, praying upon you. When I talk to you, abniwi ko talama mo ke pray ko dishe, inya ko dishe. That woman called me up. She said she's going to pray for me. She's praying for me. I think you've already won. Jitishe. No way. Jitishe. No way.
Kami jutiwo youth kan na students kan jutiwo. Every time jana ama kana prayer sikruvi. Na mo ami good boy ke kuisi de din. Jana kali morning ama ge hug kruvi, baba ge hug kruvi. Tell them you love them and tell them to pray for you daily na. Inga parents la prayers sikruvi. Itu tangor blessing na de. Because I'm an Christian ko ito. I'm an Christian kan do. We say believe in Jesus Christ's blessing. Of course, ito do hosaze. But then what we do is like we don't worship our parents. Means many people, na parents are next to God. Play manugan to kikure. Tan jana parents kana thank chuido. Iman ta kure they worship the elders. You see, when I was with Punjab they teach kure, but in Punjab, students used to come. They used to touch my leg. I used to feel it strange. But what they are doing is they are honoring their elders. So Bible di likhin ase honor your parents, honor your elders, na. To tare sabse dangor blessing ase de.
Okay, so thank you so much, Pele. आपने busy ase आपने Saturday तक खुशी को भी Monday or Saturday every morning बड़ा start करेना evening राती तक to the food truck मन तक काम करेना इन्हें करेना मन busy मन दुख पाने था क्या होली you came today अपनी मोहन viewers can give you share कर बोले और होय yes portrait chronicle has done a fabulous job. आपने के इन्हें आपने रखोए आपने change करो पारे आपने la story इन्हें share करो पारे होली आपने और इन्हें मोहन की भी especially me and my team here मोहन की भी मोरम्बरा आपने इन्हें और मोहन platform दी भी इन्हें को था हुए दे दो thank you so much. So looking forward to talking to you again in the future. The weather the mujendo and I wish looking forward to talking to you. I wish you all the best, Pele. Best of luck and see you soon. Thank you.